Hello everyone, welcome back to Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. I just had a moment again where I wanted to say justice for all. I don't know why, we are what? Is it like the 11th video of this Let's Play? How have I not gotten used to Trials and Tribulations yet? I don't know. But anyway, we're going back to investigating today to prove Maggie Bird's innocence. I know it's phony Phoenix, I just know it is. It's pretty obvious. I just still don't get why or how he did any of it. Anyway, I'm kind of not really looking forward to this investigation because I know I'm gonna have to talk to Armstrong again and my brain is going to break. But I guess we'll just get on with it.
So how do you think the trial went this morning?
How do you think it went?
It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances.
Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. It's kind of all over the place. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. The only other... There was that girl that jump scared me the last time we investigated. She looked scary. She looked like she belonged in a horror game. But I don't know. It's gotta be phony Phoenix, but why would she lace the coffee?
All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw. The apron straps and the ribbon.
And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Does Armstrong have other employees?
Talk about a terrifying case of contradiction. Of contradictionitis.
Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh?
Yeah! We've got to find one for Maggie or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty.
Should I talk to you? Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start.
Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first.
I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use.
Yeah, that's true.
And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow I think the key to this case has got to be at Tribulations.
Well then, let's go back there and check it out again.
I don't want to, Maya. My brain's gonna break trying to read those lines.
Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too.
So, anything on your mind?
Actually, there is something.
Is it related to the case?
I was wondering about your phony. You know, what he's like and stuff.
So one of you pointed out that that name that I cannot pronounce is Phoenix backwards. I don't know. I still don't know how I pronounce that. Phoenix, Xnif. I'm just gonna call him Phony Phoenix. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that guy. I for sure had a voice for him. Couldn't tell you what it was. I can't keep track of voices anymore for some reason.
I oughta beat you so hard it'll feel like you were
Smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright? You saying you Phoenix Wright? Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. The one and only. Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger.
Hi, you did? What did you find out?
Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don Phone Neone. I'm not smart enough for these things. Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? Okay, well, I guess let's head to Tribulations. How do I get there? I guess we're heading to the detention center first. I don't know how else to get to Tribulations. I guess Maggie's still in questioning.
But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie!
Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. There's Tribulations. Hello?
Empty, as usual.
Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, that sounds like... Oh, hello, Gumshoe. Thank God you're not Armstrong.
Now just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Ah, looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just, I was just listening to the radio, pal.
To the radio?
Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here.
He is. And he's having the twin tea set. How are you alive?
What can I say?
Today's trial.
This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know. You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today?
Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it for once.
Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese?
We preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan. I almost said egged Parmesan, whatever that is. Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find.
So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean?
You probably don't want to hear what she had to say.
Well, how did she put it again?
I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again.
Something like that.
What? Ah! Oh.
Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean...
Why? Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall. Nick?
Oh man. Poor Gumshoe. I'm sorry, buddy. So, did you like the twin tea set?
I never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste?
Well, for 20 bucks, I guess... I don't know how to describe it, really. It was... delicate.
Delicate?
You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you?
What's the matter with him?
Looks like he's thinking.
That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realized, it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad.
Took you a long time to realize, Gumshoe.
It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know?
Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating.
Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glenn Elk came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set.
If by fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glen Elg, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy.
Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here?
I'm guessing I'm probably gonna have to present him to Gumshoe because he's not an option.
So, what were you all excited about earlier?
Huh? That's right. You said you were listening to the radio or something?
Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. You can tell little old me. What were you listening to?
Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show. Oh, gee, Gumshoe. Okay, you only got one. I might actually have it already. Let me... It's gotta be something related to a lottery. I had the victim's lottery ticket. I think I have it. I got you, Gumshoe. With a psyche lock.
This lunch special's lobster sure is great. Then why are there tears in your eyes?
Gumshoe. Gumshoe, take this. The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe. Tell me the truth. What were you listening to?
No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... the lottery ticket. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glen Elk did.
It's like he can see right through me.
Huh? I've corrected him already? He's easy to get.
See, pal? That's why I said it was nothing.
Okay, the radio.
I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try.
What's with everyone in the lottery?
So, how did it go? Won 50 cents. Be better to win nothing at all than to have a lousy buck. I'm so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elgsy, and they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal.
Maybe he was listening to it in his earpiece? I don't know.
I bet that's what Mr. L was listening to on the day he was killed.
Yeah, what time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time?
Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket.
Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30.
Millionaire radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick.
Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Okay, what if I present to you the victim? Where is he? There he is. Okay, did I say this in the last video? I can't remember. Or did I just think it while editing? Why does Glenn Elg, he kind of looks like Markiplier to me. Like, I don't know why, something about him is like giving Markiplier. And I don't know why. Anyways.
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked. What happens when he crashes, though? Does he stop moving all of a sudden?
Oh, he wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Anyway, I'm gonna ignore you, Maya. There's nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., or something like that.
Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go.
Computers aren't really my thing, Maya.
We'll be fine. I know all about the high-tech stuff.
I wonder about that.
It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
Computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? Alright, well, I guess that's where we're headed. Okay. Hello, sirs.
Wow, this place is so high-tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air.
It's a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Oh my god, you look like a robot! Oh my god, what the?
Oh, hello.
What the heck? Okay, you're getting a robot voice.
I'm sorry, access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood.
Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show.
My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director and also a robot.
Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. And that thing over her eye. Is it the same device as Glenn Elg's?
That's an DMH, right?
Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD.
All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are really cool. I wouldn't mind one.
Okay, let's look around first.
Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess.
Looks pretty average to me.
You can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this.
You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know? She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then.
Hey, this calendar.
What's with the horse calendar? What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it.
Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen.
December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else?
Yeah, it says, meet with the tiger.
Okay, then this has to be his desk. And the tiger, I bet, is Phony Phoenix, because he was very orange. The tiger? On December 3rd, the day of the incident, there's a note saying, meet with the tiger. Well, sir? He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he?
Wow, I bet that's where the pro and programmer comes from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe I could become old CD's apprentice.
And what about your spirit medium training?
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, Nick! It's a supercomputer! It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it?
Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya.
That explains why we don't use the computer in our office.
Burn! Dang! You work there too, Maya. Oh, self-burn!
Yeah, but at least I'm...
Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you.
She said she'd laugh at us, Nick.
She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Are we sure? Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling.
Nah, they just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for.
This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind.
Futuristic?
Yes, we tried to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul.
I second that. I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling.
Stuff all over the floor.
Wow, look at this mess.
Looks like they're all betting tickets.
What kind of betting tickets?
Lottery, maybe? For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets. Okay. So Glenn seemed to be into, like, betting in the lottery. Because I'm thinking this is, like, where he sat. Like, the betting tickets, the horse racing calendar.
Oh, wow. His drawers are still full of these.
Looks like they're all losing tickets, though. Horse racing betting tickets. Found in Glen Elg's desk. There's over 500 of them.
This many tickets would get you, what, $1 down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick.
I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Okay. Is that everything? I think so. Let's talk to you. Blue Screens Inc. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them.
Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management.
It doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much right. The software we produce is distributed on CDs.
CDs?
Yes, compact discs, digital optical storage media. Of course. CDs are used for software as well as music. It kind of dates the game a bit. I don't know that that's... Granted, I know nothing about software, but I don't know that CDs are really used for it. No one really uses CDs for music much anymore either. It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Oh, hi. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the impact of time slicing on logical access to shared global variables. Obviously, influences response to time. Variables in memory overheads is virtually okay. Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that?
Yeah.
Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. So, what happened? You know about what happened, right, Ms. Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible.
Can you tell us anything that might be helpful?
I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Inc.
Oh.
How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one right in front of you. Figured that out. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. We already got him, Phoenix. Okay. What if I present Glenn to you now? About Mr. Elk.
He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality. Oh? Like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee.
Hey, wait a minute. Just now, you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble was exactly. You got more? Yep, Glenn's troubles. About Mr. Elk. Was he in some kind of trouble?
I'm sorry. Why would you think that?
I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Oh my gosh. Great. 3 psyche locks. Ugh.
I guess Mr. Elk is like every other man with his own pile of secrets.
Oh. So much for that. Jeez, where do I go? Back at Tribune. Oh. Maybe Armstrong's in the kitchen as much as I don't want to talk to him.
Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone.
It's her!
I'll be back next month.
You're the one- You got a head injury, girl. You know? If I imagine what she would look like if she turned around, it just kind of looked like that picture. Do we have it in the court record? The picture we kept seeing of, Mr. Kudo seeing the waitress from behind. It could look like her. I don't think we have the picture, though. Okay. I don't even have a voice for this guy. It's just me trying to voice him or read his lines. Oui, naturellement. I will be waiting for you. She looks like she belongs in an RPG horror game.
If you haven't gotten it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here.
None. I will have everything ready. I promise.
I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles.
Dude, you're in the wrong genre, girl. None. I stop it. I beg you.
Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you.
Wait, none. This is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle.
Talk to anyone and I'll drive a knife right through your heart.
Do you work with Orange Guy? Is this a 2-person crime? Who are you? You're suspicious. Oh, none. You do not have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is the oil of sandalwood.
I do love raw meat from time to time.
Ah!
I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now.
Okay, you're creepy. Ugh! I have the shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. Here. Oh, oui. That feels good. Oh, la la. Excusez-moi, monsieur. But my eyes. Why? Your eyes. If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this oil of sandalwood. Isn't this just a leftover of what you were just using? That's the last thing I want. Ugh. Très bien. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, non? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh?
That's what girls do, Nick.
But you are right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think, it is Trey? I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays.
Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry.
Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. Finale? Whatever. I don't know. No one will take it from me. That woman just now, she was kind of scary. So, who was that woman you were just talking to? Oh la la, you saw that? Well, yes, sorry.
So, who is she? She looks so polite and graceful and scary and like she belonged in a horror game.
Polite, graceful.
And she likes raw meat and fires, right?
I'll be back next month.
Wait, that's right, we just saw this.
Oh yeah, a little hot.
No, blah blah blah. No, they think about it. Hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having.
You think so? Well, let's show him a piece of evidence and see what happens.
A piece of evidence? What the heck would I show to him? Oh, this has to do with him. His debt. Oh. Is this who you owe the debt to? So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with broken wings.
An angel, huh? It doesn't bode well when you think about it.
Wait, they kept arresting me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them.
Help them with what?
My bien, sir. If I did not owe the money, I would have refused. So hard to read these lines. But my hands were tied. Please, what did you agree to help them with? None. I cannot say. If I tell you, that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with the salad garnish. Ew, I hope he doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right? Ah!
Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman.
That woman just now. The woman who was here earlier. I take it she's, Why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in la debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh? No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, she's a scary woman. She's from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Oui, tender lender. It is called.
Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10. $10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya.
Hey, I needed more than that. Thank you very much.
Because I don't pay you. So Tenderlender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh?
I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case.
I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I'm like a slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
Who is this he?
The tiger. Is that Phony Phoenix? Are those two? That would make sense if those two are like in on it together. Why would they go after Glen Eld?
The tiger?
We is the manager of the Tenderlender, a terrifying man, the big city mobster. Yeah, that's gotta be Phony Phoenix. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of that battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. That's right, he has a pink scooter. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter? Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, none. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Although, he does have a light spiky hair, just like you. There is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tender Lender, it is just beyond Vitamin Square.
Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some as long as it's less than $3, because you don't pay me.
Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Well, I guess that's where we're headed. Oh, hi, Gumshoe.
I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Maggie's case, you mean?
No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Okay, well, see you later then.
Bye.
Oh, hi again. You better get going, Detective, or you'll be late.
Actually, I kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one.
A favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you'd give this to her for me.
Aw, Gumshoe.
What is it?
It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I'm real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? That's not a person. There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat.
You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. Why'd you make me voice that line, Gumshoe? So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal.
I can't exactly say no, can I? A tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies.
Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry.
Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. Gumshoe's a good guy.
He's finally gone. Alright, well, I'll get there eventually. I'm first headed to Tenderlender.
I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you?
Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway, at least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. His infinite ammo seeds.
It gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it?
Looks like the tiger is in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. I'm guessing you're that girl?
Welcome.
Ugh. Talk about a creepy voice. Makes you want to shrivel up and die.
You're here to discuss a loan?
No, not exactly.
The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please.
She's gone! Just like that.
I guess we'll just have to come back another time.
But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay?
Do you think it'd be okay?
Of course. No one will ever know.
Coffee?
Ah!
I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly.
It might be poisoned. Yes, thank you.
Do not touch the desk, please.
Nick, let's get out of here.
Now she wants to get out of here? Now we gotta look around, Maya.
What's this?
It's a punching bag.
What? No way. You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that.
What do you mean walking around?
The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know no messenger bags are in? I know it. I was right before back at Tribulations. Paris fashion is more my thing.
I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. Oh, Phoenix.
Let's see. This round doll thing is called, Daruma, I think.
I know that literally because of Persona 5. I won't spoil things, in a certain palace in that game, those things are always filled with treasure.
I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering.
You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change?
I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove.
Only if I feel like dying.
Now this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert at anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know?
Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Huh?
Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here.
What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane.
The car's registered to the Cadaveriness.
So it's not even the Tiger's car? Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? A car repair bill for $15,000 paid by Tigre to the whatever family? I don't know what that has to do with the case.
Hey, look at this Parisian style. Parisian? I don't know, there's so many words that I don't know this video. Style coat. It's so chic.
It's more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion.
Hey, look at this. This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick.
The same color as my suit, because he's the phony phoenix.
Ah!
Keep your voice down, Maya.
Nick, you've got to take a look at this.
Some cake.
Ah!
I'll just leave it here for you.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
Just wait here quietly. Otherwise,
Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said.
Yeah, sure.
I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand?
I'm scared, Nick.
So, what were you getting so excited about before?
Look at the lapel of this suit.
It's an attorney's badge. That's a fake version of my donut.
Is the tiger a lawyer?
No way, look at this thing. It's made of paper. Found at Lender, made of cardboard and painted to look authentic. That's not my donut.
For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick.
Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? Win through compromise.
I wonder what that's supposed to mean.
It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that.
Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me.
That's Tenderlender's guiding principle.
Oh?
Compromise the customer to win.
Oh, I see. How about you, Nick?
Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers.
Okay,
Oh no, someone dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's going to be a nightmare to clean up.
Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything.
I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal.
How did you manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy?
Oh hey, there's a book of matches here too.
Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second.
What is it?
Look what's printed on its cover. It says Tribulations. Matches used for advertising, found lying in Tenderlander. These matches could come in handy. You might be able to use them.
Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out.
Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. As usual. But that's why we love you. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it.
The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into.
Wait, wasn't there something about Glenn and like a CD or something and band? Yeah, there was supposed to be a CD, but it was gone, right? Right? That was the thing?
have you finished the coffee?
Yes, thanks. It was lovely.
So, you drank it all? He. If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup.
You poisoned Glenn, didn't you? You two are in on it together. That coffee, it was laced with something, I'm almost sure of it.
Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast?
I sure hope so. We'd better take a look at that CD player. At that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the?
What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw the Tiger?
It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. Mm-hmm.
What?
This must be the CD Maggie told us about.
Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal.
No way. That woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Found a tender LENDER, a sable disc with the name written in marker. Wow! Oh god, it's phony Phoenix. Here it comes. I'm not doing that. My voice is kind of dying today for some reason. Like, from doing all the voices. I'm not gonna yell.
Ah!
Come out from under the desk, Maya. Oh god. She scared me. What did you use to snoop in around my office for? Nothing. We were just... Wow. My precious carpet. You got ash on my rug. You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. You just want to argue with me? Is that what you doing? You think you can take me? God, his voice is driving. Ugh. I can't read his lines either. The way it's typed out, it hurts my brain. I'm gonna flatten you two into pancakes and turn you into my new rugs.
Ah!
Oh. Don't, Tigre, you're back. I'm assuming that's the girl. Yeah. Oh, the voice. It's like evil seeping into your head through your ears.
I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and...
Eek. Has she got a death wish or what? Oh, right. I don't know what voice to do for him. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing. What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear? That's so unfair.
Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan.
Ah, Phoenix Wright. Yes? You was either crazy or you're just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's gotta come mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. But I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? Hehehe. You should have left the little girl at home, right? I have a few things I want to ask. Wah! No questions. This is the last time we meet. I don't think so, but go away because I don't know what to do about your voice. Wait, please.
That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him.
Like you're one to talk? I didn't hear you scream hold it either.
The espresso.
Ah!
And cookies.
This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? Ah, we can talk to you now. Tender LENDER. So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender LENDER. Oh, we're just calling her Viola? Okay.
With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy.
Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well?
We will tenderly lend you a little bit extra here at Tender LENDER.
Hey, Nick. Things are a bit tight for Renko at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters.
Maya, is that really important now?
Why don't you take out a loan?
Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tender LENDER is on your side. He.
So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Was Glenn Elg late on a repayment? Right. I think I'd rather skip town.
Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well.
So, do you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident?
Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident.
Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
I don't think you were. I think you did the poisoning. The manager being the tiger.
Furio Tigre.
Furio!
Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from?
Funny Phoenix got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him.
Oh, is he in my thing now? Where 42, head of the Tenderlender loan company, also known as the Tiger, and my phony. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre.
Cookie?
Sure?
How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Hee hee.
Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours.
No, ladies first, Maya.
Hee hee hee.
No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together?
We are lovers.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. Hold on. You gotta check in these games. We don't know her age. This game's bad. Bad about age gaps. I had to check. Had to check. You gotta be an adult if you're working here, though. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you?
Please address him properly as Don Tigre, otherwise I'll have to.
Okay, Tigre, of course. I'm sorry. He saved her life? I'd sure like to know how that happened. Will you tell me? Saved your life?
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died. Once. Hee hee.
You died?
About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx.
But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything.
Everything?
When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy.
No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe.
I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So is that why you've got that bandage around your head?
He. This?
Did he, like, pay for her to stay in the hospital? And then he needed money, and that's how all this stuff with, like, lottery stuff happened? I don't know. So what's the story with the bandage? Are you gonna psyche lock me?
They put it on after the operation.
Operation?
It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. He.
A fatal injury?
Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? I knew it. I knew it. 4. Ugh.
She really creeps me out, Nick.
Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. Guess I'll be back to you at some point. Oh.
There he is. Old Sadie's back feeding the pigeons again.
There, take this, and get out of my park. Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can.
What? Why? Hello, old man.
What are you doing, Maya? He probably hates us. Huh? Ka.
Hey, he just turned his back on us.
I'm not surprised, but I really hurt his pride in court this morning.
Hey, Mr. Kurdo.
Pigeon, ka.
Look, we really need to talk to you, all right?
Out with the demons. In with good fortune.
Ow, ow, ow! Seeds! Shell splinters! Painful.
I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Will you talk to me? I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face, a filthy, depraved animal.
Not at all.
Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in.
That looks, yeah, that could easily be Viola.
She put some white powder into the young lady's Javachino.
We hear you.
And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side, the lens of his broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you.
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this.
Embroiderer.
You said you were a craftsman, right?
The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. You hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection.
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young?
I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all.
I've got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out.
If we let him start rambling now, he might never shut up. What should I do? Let's suck it up. He might say something important. Guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then?
Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman?
Well,
Buy some bread, now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost. That's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Yes, he did say that. Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Tribulations? Did you get asked to run an errand there too?
Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned.
Would've loved to know that sooner, Kudo. What? The errand. So on the day of the incident, you were asked to, what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me.
Excusez-moi, you, call the police.
Call them yourself, I should have said that, but I didn't think of it at the time.
so you did end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
Ha, do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course.
You went out looking for one?
I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes?
So for 5 minutes after the incident happened,
Yes, sir, the owner was at Tribulations on his own.
why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Oh, is that what your something else was gonna be?
It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame.
You could have at least told us before we got to court.
Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo is the one who called the police?
It's probably gonna be. What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious, which leaves that woman, that man, alone in the restaurant.
Hey, can we stop being weird about his gender? Stop misidentifying him.
Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose.
What do you mean?
Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Ah! Oh, sure, you'll go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead.
We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. I don't want to talk to him again. I guess I'll go to the detention center. And give that food to Maggie. Ugh, I don't know why this video specifically, my throat is like dying. You can't really tell, it just like hurts doing these voices for some reason today.
Oh, Mr. Wright.
Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you?
Was it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened.
Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there.
Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony.
He's not the only one.
Huh? What do you mean?
Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway.
Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? Okay, let me present this lunchbox to you. Where is it? There it is. Oh, yeah, I've got something you're going to love.
Really? What is it?
A lunchbox, just for you. Here.
Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies, too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright?
Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you?
Detective Gumshoe?
He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this, too.
I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir.
Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that.
The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them.
You were gonna accept it before you knew. Somehow when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier.
And anyway, I hate weenies.
Oh, really?
It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright.
But
She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste.
I guess so.
Poor Gumshoe.
Well, how was it?
That hit the spot. I love weenies.
Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir.
Is there anything else I can present to you? Scooter, contract. Oh, did you see that? Anything else? God, I have a lot of evidence. Do you know anything about this? Maybe?
I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man.
He's not a waitress. Whoops.
He's not really that bad an old man, though.
Still, I feel a bit uneasy.
Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better.
Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger, I'll spell it all and see what you make of it. Hey, I think I was smart on presenting that one to her.
Maggie, you know you said that everyone else provided testimonies that doesn't match up with what you remember?
Yep. There are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. That's true. Wait. Okay, no. I was misremembering. I was thinking that the waitress did slip something in. I think that's just what Mr. Kudo saw. But we, in the beginning of this, saw Phony Phoenix, like, putting something in, didn't we? Or did we? I don't know. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? I don't know. I don't know which is right.
Do you really think it was this disappearing man that did it?
Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. We just found it. You know, the CD with the writing on it?
Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well.
They never did find the CD at the crime scene, sir. I found it.
Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too.
Ooh, maybe he took the medication for Viola?
Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Elk, collapsed, right?
Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribulations.
No idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean?
Old Sadie wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police.
Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you?
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in all this.
Grr. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier.
I don't know. The thing that man says doesn't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out.
Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about Old Sadie.
The only, maybe they forced Armstrong in because of his debt into, helping with this whole thing. I just don't know where Phony Phoenix would have disappeared to that at the very least, Mr. Kudo didn't see him. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite...
Doesn't quite what?
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table... It's true that there was another customer in the restaurant,
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
but I can't really say. It was an old man.
Huh?
Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man?
No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman.
Huh? A woman?
Did... What? I was gonna say maybe they, set up this whole thing with the white powder and Glenn Elg to make Mr. Kudo think, that it happened that day, but, he probably would have remembered Maggie passing out? How Glenn Elg wouldn't have been there? What?
Are you sure, Maggie?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
So what did this woman look like?
She was sort of creepy.
It was Viola.
What? And she had a kind of cackling laugh.
Creepy.
Cackling?
Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? I'm so confused. What is going on here?
I haven't been here yet. Is Gumshoe here, maybe?
The main server just went up and spoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend.
Wow, this place is really buzzing.
Something must be going down. Something really big.
What are you doing here, pal?
Sit with Gumshoe.
I can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We got big problems here today.
Why? What's going on?
It's a virus. A virus.
A virus?
There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
But I really need to ask you some questions.
Okay, hello, Gumshoe. Tender lender. Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes?
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
Okay.
If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than the average legal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts.
Really?
Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady? Viola?
Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
We better find out what the story with this lady is.
So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? I just work here.
And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Nick, do you?
A computer virus. Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course.
Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Did you agree, Dr. Wright?
Why do I get the feeling that they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm not an expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A computer virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal.
So the inside goes boom, right?
Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious.
Infectious?
Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the viruses to someone else.
What? That's horrible! Oh, I get it. It's like you're sneezing on Mr. Gatto so he catches the cold. Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong.
Who? What? Where? When and why did you take the conversation? Did the conversation jump to talking about me? Also, if there's someone like right outside my window running a snowblower, because it is snowing heavily today, if you hear it, I apologize. There's nothing I can do. Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard that name on the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? Like I've heard of it before too. Did it say what the name of the virus was? Did I miss that part? Okay, because my thought kept going to like the CD. And like, was there actually a virus on this? I don't know. This is a shot in the dark. Detective Gumshoe, about this.
What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and this virus right now, so This is it. This stupid name. I remember now.
I thought so. Here it comes.
Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on?
It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
The name's scribbled on the sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber. Aha.
I'm a genius. I thought, because look, with him being a computer programmer, we're talking about a virus. Probably could have put the virus on the CD, maybe?
What? Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us any more details, please? Also, hold on. While I'm here.
That's the girl who works over at LENDER. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse?
Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Bruto? Do you know who that is, Nick?
Never heard of him.
Bruto's the boss of the family.
The family? It's too hard to pronounce. Like everything else in this case. It's one scary sounding name.
But
Can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I'd better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. Okay. Now let's talk.
We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess.
Now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Apparently these programmers who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the route of this virus on the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale? Was it Phony Phoenix?
Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Found a tender lender contains a computer virus program. Oh, I didn't realize at the top there. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are that family?
Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah.
Moolah is in
They pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market.
the black market, huh? And that includes Tenderlander, I take it?
Sure, no one stands up to Bruto. I mean, no one.
Interesting.
So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then? Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him.
So, how did she end up at Tenderlander?
I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tenderlander are pretty tight. Tight? That's what it said in a file I read out related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue.
I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is?
You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go?
Maybe we should just lie to him. Oh. Lunchbox?
You remember? The weenies? I hate weenies.
Oh yeah, those weenies.
So how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? Huh? Well, it was delicious. Yeah? That's what you said? Really? Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh! Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this?
This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one.
I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. Weenies again, Nick? Tell me we don't have to eat all these, too?
Oh no.
I really can't eat anymore. That's saying something, because I love food.
Oh dear. Okay, where am I going now? Okay, I had to look up where I have to go because I could not figure it out. Apparently, I have enough for, what's her face, Basil, and her, psyche lock now. So, we're gonna head there. How do I think I go here first. There we go. Okay. Let's Magatama you. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in?
I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service?
What's she talking about? I guess I'd better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Ms. Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's trouble have something to do with this? His lottery tickets? Where is it? Where's... Here it is.
What is that?
A lottery ticket. There were a ton of these on the victim's table at the scene of the crime.
And what is the relevance of that?
The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, had a gambling habits, didn't he?
I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone dreams of being rich. Even I listen to Millionaire Radio.
She's right. That is a bit weak on its own. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to the lottery, was it? It was also horse racing. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's gotta hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps?
No. You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand?
Trust me. Even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any.
But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000?
Yeah, but...
It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it?
It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that.
Deep trouble? What do you mean?
Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone, or something more terrifying and ferocious. Phony Phoenix? God, this guy's kind of scary too. Furio Tigre, the boss of a loan office called LENDER.
Lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices.
Look, you're one to talk. Well, what do you think?
Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money.
No. I mean about Mr. Elg.
You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tigre?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't know of any connection between the two of them.
The calendar at his desk. Really, because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. And it's his calendar. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called LENDER. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt.
No. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habits. About $100,000, I think.
$100,000, ouch.
But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear.
Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then?
Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money.
His talents? The MC Bomber?
I suspect he was talking about programming.
What computer program is worth $100,000?
Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work.
I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by chance this? Where is it? There. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber.
No.
Gotcha. Glenn's troubles.
Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep.
You mean he was in debt?
Yes, $100,000 in debt, not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky.
Risky? How?
Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations.
Where do you come up with these ideas? This is why we love Maya. She's very creative. Risky extra work. So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh?
The MC Bomber virus, yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market.
Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change.
This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts.
Potentially worth millions of dollars. Wow. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore.
Use a trash can, Nick.
I didn't even notice. Did he throw them on the floor? Okay, I wonder if I have enough for Viola now. I bet I do. So there's not a whole lot left for me to do, I feel. I have to go here first. Hi, Kudo. Okay. Now let us present this to you. You're so creepy. The head bandage. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently.
No, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right?
Hee hee.
Did the injury in question have something to do with this? You know, I'm not totally sure. Oh, how about the repair bill? Were you in a crash? I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to my family.
The family. Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do you think the family has to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the family is very strong, and this is why. Do I present yourself to you? 25 and 42. Okay, again, not illegal. If it's a healthy relationship, do what you want. But why is Ace Attorney like the age gaps in this game? It's like, oh my goodness. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you?
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family cars when someone pulled out in front of me.
Oh. He pulled out in front of you?
It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much.
So you don't know it was him, maybe?
Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but
His bike is busted up, is that why?
it took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Oh, I took a blow, not it. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with it, injuring Viola Cadaverini, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard.
Ran away?
If they'd stayed, I'd have... Hee hee hee.
Is it possible could the person who committed the hit and run have been... Oh, no, I'm already over here. Him? It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident?
It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it.
But it was.
We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he?
It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Do I have his scooter as evidence? Yes, I do. Ta-da! It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tiger rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini? You know the truth, don't you?
Hee hee hee.
This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they?
It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me. I know that may be true,
I knew it.
but Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was complicated. It was very, very expensive.
How much are we talking?
Very, very, very expensive.
seemed kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Is your family not rich? Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right?
After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Him, Bruto. I bet the family probably could afford to pay for it, but they wanted him to. As like, to pay for it, you know? Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you're his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money?
$1 million.
Oh, that's how much? Dang. Okay, head bandage.
4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure.
Oh, really?
Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big.
They said the operation cost $1 million.
$1 million bucks?
My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation.
Compensation, huh?
It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Oh, compensation.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather.
Oh, I feel bad for her.
But I knew that wasn't really true.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him.
In the poisoning?
You helped him? In what way?
Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruto Cadaverini's daughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse.
A $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year.
Wow, I feel so bad for Viola.
Maybe she's not all that bad, but I do think she helped in the murder. It's inexcusable. Yeah. She did still help with murder.
Huh?
There are 2 things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. I thought you were gonna say murder. But poisoning specifically. Murder, any other kind, that's alright. But poisoning, I cannot forgive that. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Wait a minute.
Is everything alright, Nick?
Wait a minute. I'm trying to think back to case 1. Betrayal. Dahlia betrayed you. Was that a poisoning case? I can't remember. It's been a minute. But I think it might have been. And she did. Didn't she poison the other person she killed? As well? Okay, I see why. That is what. I was like, that's very specific. Phoenix poisoning and betrayal? It's because of Dahlia Hawthorne. That is why. We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair bill thrown into the trash. Okay, well. Where am I going? Am I going back to Maggie? No, I'm going here. Oh, great. I get to voice you again. Eh, bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return.
Mr. Armstrong.
Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you fellas. Oh, God.
Ah, it's Phony Phoenix.
Who you calling Zinni, ooh. Ah! Come out from under the table, get already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? You want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now. Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. I don't know why I couldn't read that. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Ms. Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad, and it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that, too. Armstrong. Wait. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me. I cannot argue with him. Oh, I got beat up, didn't I? Is this, like, want karma all over again? That really hurts. Is that all you got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait. Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. You probably shouldn't have showed out the papers. Maybe play dumb and run. Those medical papers were vital. Evidence. Did you beat up Maya too? Hold it, pal. Gumshoe! Arrest him! Detective Gumshoe? Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, Copper? Beat it, blah!
Whoa! Come on! Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But...
Go, pal, and take this.
Yes, Gumshoe! You're such a bro in this case.
If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
Alright, thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind!
I'll get even with that guy tomorrow. In court. Tender Lender is going down. Oh, we hit to be continued. My throat is dying. This one went on for a minute. This was a longer video. Yeah, okay. So, obviously it was Phony Phoenix. And then I think Viola helped because, like she said, she thought that Phony Phoenix cared about her. In what way? Like, I don't know if she did the actual poisoning or if he did or what. Or if it was, like, set up because Maggie said the thing about the person that was there on the day of the crime wasn't Kudo, it was Viola. So did the two, like, set up, like, a thing beforehand to make Kudo think that was the day of the crime, and like she put the stuff in the drink, like dressed up as the maid, put the stuff in the drink, and Tigray wasn't there that day. The only thing then is like, how would they have, well, Armstrong is clearly like, because of his debt, they have him wrapped around like their finger, so they could have easily had him like play along and fake a death along with them to make Kudo be like, oh my god, this is when it happened. And then Viola could have easily like pretended to pass out, and then the actual thing didn't happen until later. That could explain the disappearing act of Tigray and why no one else saw him. I don't know, that's kind of what I'm thinking, but we'll see next time, I guess. But my throat is literally dying today from doing these voices for so long, and this video is going on forever. So for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!